and never touched them again. And till this day, I have never had a craving. I never gained any weight, and I completely forgot. It's really like I have never smoked. Didn't miss it, didn't think about it. That box of cigarettes stood there, gave it away, didn't affect me, nothing. Exactly what you said, and you spoke into being to the cells in yourself, whatever, you're convincing all parts of the conscious mind as well, this thing. In the avatar, yes, you have a really physical experience. Of course, we're not denying that. You feel it. But it's consciousness. You as God's source are having a fake experience of a body, which is not here. You can feel it. There's no solidity. So yes, there's pain, there's anger, those things. It worked like a charm. It was done. Yeah, nothing. Like my kids still, like, they forgot that I even smoked now. They're like, oh my gosh, yeah, I remember that. They thought I was Lulu. Not afterwards, though. They're like, oh wow, yeah, nothing. That's what I'm saying. Literally. And that's what Joe Dispenza teaches. The phone's getting funny here. Live ends in 4 minutes. Oh, I've got to play puzzles again, sorry. Oops, there we are. I think I've got it right. I hope so. Drag your puzzle piece. There we are. So maybe, Ruth, this is why I'm on here. Maybe it was just you. Who knows? Because I tried to make a 10-minute live to explain this Maya, how it's created. A 10-minute video for my page, and it just wouldn't post. And I was like, oh, whatever, just go live. See? Maybe you're the one who needed to hear this. You are just me appearing. It's like you playing. I created you to have experience. You created me to talk to you. We're talking to ourselves, actually. So you're talking to yourself. You created this image to tell you this. That's all. You created it. So there we are. You created this body to reflect to you, to tell you this, to go and have a look at Joe Dispenza. There we are. To empower and to remind you who you were. There we are, you see. Don't doubt it. Not joking. You will see when you hear their testimonies, that will get you motivated, because a lot of it, the conscious mind is the one that believes it, because it believes it's true. It's only an I thought. It's a thought that believes it's real, by the way. This is the funny thing. Because there is no separate being. It's a thought that doesn't believe other thoughts. So the only thing that needs convincing is the conscious mind. But by listening to those real testimonies of doctors and people and saying it, the conscious mind won't doubt, you see, because it's grown up with this program, logical thinking, and but when you listen to those, and you can do his whole meditation thing, and if you do it what you're told, follow it, the conscious mind will believe it, you see. It needs convincing, but you don't need convincing. The conscious mind is a filter, and it is the one that's getting in the way, because it believes it's real. It's a thought, actually, that thinks, I'm Johnny here. No. It doesn't bloody exist, you see. The consciousness is identified with this thought of an eye, of an image. That's all. Anyway, it's unidentifying itself slowly. Okay, yeah? What's your daughter going through, sweetie? Oh, well, I'm glad. There we are, you see? Well, there we are. And is that what I'm saying? You see, there's no accidents here. Why would I even broke my iPad? Why? Because somebody needed to hear this sticky note story. I mean, it's the whole thing I went through. I hope I can still get it. I hope the live will save the recordings, even the first part of it, the first half, because I'd like to try and cut that now, because I was trying to upload it, and I've broken this thing's glass everywhere. And I can upload it, then I can edit it into shorts, like 10-minute shorts, and I can upload some of this to help to my page on. But for you, what's your name? Plopsy, whatever. It's an interesting name you've chosen here. As I say, really go down my TikTok page and listen to those videos that I shared, what it's like to be out of here, and what it actually is, and from Source, how Source sees everything. And then you will see very differently about judgment. You will be like, oh. Because remember, it's Source that is the criminal. It's Source that is the judge. It's Source that is the street sweeper. It is the creator. All of these things, it's created. Every single form. And there's only one mind and one consciousness playing there. But until you see it, it's taken. What happens is the I thought has gathered all the sticky notes. So it's removing as you wake up. It removes all its nonsense and its negativity and its things. But there's nothing that exists, and I mean that. I really mean it. The plant is it. You've just called it a plant. But when you stop doing this, everything goes back, and you realize. Then the separation disappears, because when you collapse, there's no separate point in time now. It all becomes one mass thing. And these energies, yeah, I can't explain it. Anyway, there are many people that try and explain it to what it's like. There we are. It's not, you can't actually. It's like, wow. I got a glimpse of it. It's like, wow. It's like, yeah, you can't describe it. This is, yeah. It's like, yeah, I'm not even gonna try. You just can't imagine. It's like this, just energy, and it's all one big piece of energy, and this moving and shaping and sounds. Like I say, even now, there's no separate hearer. The ears are not hearing. You think that if you pay attention, you'll notice this. The hearing does not come from a set place. The ears are not hearing, and the eyes are not seeing. And if you look for a location, can you pinpoint where you're actually seeing from? You won't. Pinpoint where you're actually hearing from. Where you can actually identify, oh, I'm hearing from here. I'm seeing from there. You won't find a location. Find a location for you. Can you feel where you are? Nowhere can you find any borders, even the thoughts. Look for a border where the thoughts appear in. Look for like, where's the brain, where's the mind, where the thoughts appear in. Can you see? No, you won't see any. Because there isn't any. It's just field. Everything's just appearing in nothing. There's nothing. There's no border. There's no solid anything. Okay. All right. There we are. You created that, yes. You created it. There we are. So much love. And that's why I say you have no idea what... If you understand you are creating this, everything, there's nothing you can't do. Because you're creating this entire planet that'll also vanish when this thing falls away. Everything here. Nothing, none of it is. Like, there's no planets and people and any of this. No world out there and universes, but in the Maya, yeah, absolutely, you can keep creating. And as we keep imagining, we do. Like now we're imagining a whole new story. And we're going to have a galactic family and, and other things and other, whatever. And you keep imagining more dimensions and more whatever. It just, in the story, it's as I say, that's why they say the creator, because that's all it does. There's only energy and consciousness, and whatever it decides to focus on and give energy to, believe, like poof, as much as that, the more belief, the more energy is in it, then it solidifies it, you see. So it keeps creating and creating and creating and creating. And things come back and disappear and, appear and, dissolve back into it. All right. So much love, so much love. All right. Lots of love. All's good. And just try and practice that. I know it'll take some practice. But every time, because at the moment you're seeing looks like other faces, which this is just an image as well. But please just see, that is source. No matter what your mind says, no, it's not. That's source. So when the mind says, oh, he's a... No, that's the self. I'm not judging the self. So start training the mind not to start judging others, because that's you. That's your reflection, as anything other. No, that's the truth. No, it's not. That's part of me. No, it's not. That's me. So when it wants to judge that person that upset you, no, that is me. That's still source. That's still source. That's still... You see, so stop letting it. That'll help you. And then same with you. I shouldn't have done that. I'm so upset. Yes, obviously your intentions, tend to forgive. Forgive the self. Unconditionally forgive you and forgive them at the same time. But that's what you do, is you ask them for forgiveness and you ask yourself whatever. But unconditionally forgive all. But you forget to unconditionally forgive you. Even if you were the perpetrator, please unconditionally forgive you. Okay. So go to my page and you'll see a video, as I say, with the red top. And I can't remember, I think it says from God's perspective or something, or source's perspective. That video will give you some idea on judgment. Okay, how source sees all of its creation. And then you're like, oh yeah, right. Nothing. Don't judge anything. Don't judge the lion for eating a deer. Don't judge, you think it's wrong and they, whatever, a shark for eating this and that. And, the cow eats the grass, which is source, the grass, and it's the cow. And it's you which eats the cow, you see. So how can anything be wrong? All of it is it. All of it. It's the grass, which has feelings, which the cow eats, which the lion eats, which you eat, It's all, it's a story. It's because none of it is you. All of them are your creations, are appearances. They're actually only thought forms, which have no, but in the game, yes, it's on this level. Yes, of course, there's feeling and, there's pain and all that stuff. This is why, you don't want to hurt yourself. Everything is you. But it doesn't judge. And it's never wrong. Nothing it ever did does it ever see as wrong. Okay. If you do, then you have made it wrong. You see, now you've caused separation again. You're saying, well, that shouldn't have happened. But it was created. So you're saying what you as the divine created was wrong. You've never created or done anything wrong in your real eyes. Good or bad? Never. Because it isn't any good or bad, you see. It doesn't see anything as good or bad. It's an experience. And it chooses to judge itself, which, as a human, you believe you are, you have been doing and creating this whole thing of judgment. This is what karma is about, self-judgment. Why would you do that? How would you judge yourself? Because why? Because you believed you were human. And look at the human system. There's a teacher, there's different levels in university and grades you got to pass. So you've created the same sort of reflection in the afterlife. Someone's higher than you that's going to tell you if you're good or bad. You did a good job. No, you didn't. It's all reflections of the, But because you didn't know, there was never a separate one that existed. Never has been. Ever. This is what the Great Awakening's about. To all remember, hexe, yeah. We have never been separate, ever. There's no we. All right. So much love. So welcome. You see, this is love for itself. This is love for itself. Isn't it beautiful? It loves itself. So there we are. There we are. The love for the self. So it loves you. There's no you. You. Me. One. No separate me and you. That's it. Just got different images. I'm just playing with myself and you're playing with yourself. And we're just having fun together. We're imagining these are imaginary friends. It's just like there we are. Your kid, an imaginary friend. This is what we're talking. I'm talking to imaginary friends, and you are doing exactly the same. Because you're all on your own. It's a bit boring out there. All right. So much love. Good night. Bye, guys.